Hi there, this is part two. Just a brief introduction here. I'm basically working through a residual image on the gel plate, and I've half pulled away this image from this print. Now I'm painting back into what was left, so the blank areas, the negative spaces, I'm now painting back into those. In order to give it some contrast is what I'm hoping. So in the first part I used a lot of blues and colder tones, and now what I'm going to do is go round it with some pale violet, and then I think I'm probably going to use this golden, I forget what it's called now, golden green, isn't it? Green gold. Green gold. Sounds like a Bond villain, doesn't it? Right, so yeah, I'm not following the lines here. I want this to be thin enough so once it starts drying you get that effect. I'm looking for that. I don't want it everywhere, but I want it fairly evident across it, because then I can start bringing in some contradictory colours. See, I'm not 100% about the green gold colour. I think I might use it in the background and then contradict the colours that this pale violet with quite a bright yellow once it dries. But I'll go in now with a green gold round here. And then I'll probably put the a yellow wash. Not so much of a wash, but just how I've just done with the pale violet, I'm going to go over the top of it with, I don't know, maybe even a cadmium yellow, maybe cadmium yellow deep, and then I'll take a print from it, and I might jab it to you for a couple of minutes. Hopefully it'll dry. I can dry it out quite quick with the hairdryer over the top of it, and I can pull the print and we'll be done within an hour. And this will, because I'm doing this I didn't realise it was Easter Sunday this weekend. That's how out in the sticks I am, both metaphorically and physically. I had no idea. No idea whatsoever. So what that means is that I'm not doing it live again, and I'm seriously considering just filming them during the week, because I don't think it matters whether I do them live, as long as I post them on a regular time. I'll interact with people as I would have done anyway, so it makes no difference whether they're live or not, to be honest with you, what it appears to me. But if you got good reasons to the contrary, let me know. It's quite plausible I'm overlooking something there in doing that. So if you think there's good reasons for me to do it live, it doesn't mean that I've made my mind up on it. It appears to me that it's a bit of I can do it at my own convenience. And believe me, I'm doing it at my own convenience. Right now it's about 2:45 in the morning. I don't know why that makes me laugh. I could go across the other side of my studio and look, and it's a bank holiday weekend as well. The amount of friends I've got on Facebook and other social media platforms, and a high percentage of the artists in this hemisphere will be up working right now like I am. I can see it. They're active on Facebook right now. So I don't know why it makes me laugh when I know why they do it, and I know why I do it. No interruptions. It's a big part of creativity. Interruption, I've heard it said, is the antithesis of creativity. Flow state. These are the basics. Right, okay. I think I am going to go with this going to give that another try, so I'm going to switch the mic off for a moment, and again I'll put it back on afterwards, I promise, and then I'll yeah, we can start looking at the at doing the print. That's great. Okay, back with sound. Right, so I'm quite, if I can, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do this or not, but if I can, or maybe I'll use it in, I want to get the grey in, but I might use that in just the background instead of, and I might use the yellow to, this is the middle tone, which obviously this is a bright middle tone, but it will contradict that pale violet, and that's why I'm using it in this capacity, especially in the to assist with, I'm not going to say foreshortening, but then, you know, warm colours coming to the fore sort of thing. So I'll have them at the front of the, really the front of the face, but the most forward protruding or closest protruding aspects of the portrait. And then I'll blend the grey in and across there, but I'm going to have a look at it now and see what it's doing on the other side. I think that's going to be quite interesting. How much that? Oh, I'm quite pleased with that. It's very patchy, but I like that. Right, I'm definitely going to do that with the grain in the background and sort of along the channels at the side of the portrait as well. Yeah, you can see some of the green coming up there, some of them. Give that a proper clean. I'm not polluting all my... I don't advise you do what I'm doing here, to be honest with you. Don't fish colours out of the pots directly. I don't really do that unless it's a time-saving thing that I'm sort of doing. It's a really bad habit to get into. You just ruin your paints, quite frankly. I'm sure there's loads of painters watching them, or any painters that have watched me doing that and are just thinking that is a terrible habit, and I couldn't agree more so. It is. Right, okay, so I think that's ready for me to take a print from, but obviously I want to check it. I'm going to do that again. I'm sorry about the light reflection. Oh yeah, that is big time ready to go. Oh, there's some massive, I don't know how much of that you're seeing, because I can't look at what you're seeing and hold it like that. But from how it looks there, I'm over the moon with that. That's brilliant. That's exactly, I wanted it like tectonic plates. That's the best description I can give for it, really. You know, making up the continents of the globe of the character, shall we say. God, that was poetic, wasn't it? Also, stupidly pretentious. Right. How long have I got left? Oh, that was super quick. I'm going to hang the bag on a bit. You'll appreciate that, won't you? No, I'm not. I'm going to dry it off, and then I'm going to roll her on some white paint. Obviously, this is a complete take, not just a partial take like I would have done for the initial print that I split into, or the initial image that I split into two. And yeah, there'll be a bit of hair dryer with this, because then it means I can show you the print at the end of it. Otherwise, you'll just be sitting around waiting 20 minutes. Right, that's not. I'm not going to edit it down, so yeah, I'll speed the process up. So I'm going to switch it off, roll her out the white paint, take the print from it, and then I'll be putting the buses. So don't go thinking that I've left the mic off. I'm going to leave the mic off intentionally, because as soon as all I'm going to do is, and you'll be like this, I'm just going to use the register. Like, it's all visual that I'm going to be doing. Me talking as ever really makes no difference. You know, just watch what I do. Right, so I'm going to switch them off and dry them off, and then put the binder layer, which is titanium white again. Okay, back in a moment. Okay, back with sound now. So I thought you can just see, yeah, basically find a layer of titanium white. Now, obviously, I've tried to make it as ground in as possible. I think I had a half decent job of it there. I don't know whether you noticed, but quite a bit of the colour was bleeding through from the previous layers. So that means I've got quite a way down into it. Okay, I'm going to have a brief swig of coffee and collect my thoughts. You can stare at a blank page for a moment. And I would turn it over, but I don't want it sticking to the glass. So I'll tell you what. Why wait for me? There you go. That's how it starts off. And obviously how I established the partial image on the plate. going to do now, I'm going to stick the hairdryer on it, give it a thorough blasting, dry it off, and then pull the print, and you can see the two things next to each other. Now, obviously it makes, like, this is wide open. What I'm considering doing things, I mean, it would be, what I'm thinking about is charcoal drawings from the line drawings, or pencil drawings in detail. Like, see what I've sort of achieved in for it, like, is by accentuating the break in the image, the trauma in the image, the one image, that, yeah, I can get in 4 different ways of approaching it, just from the one image, and upon 2 images, I'm sure that I'll find out other ways as I go along, or people will suggest it to me. That there'll be things, that gaping holes in my logic, as there always is. But yeah, there's, I mean, you can see it within this one, that there are basically 4 constituent images of the same composition in that. There's the original line drawing that appears on the plate that I split into 2, they become 2 images, and then I've worked on the residual plate like I have done with this one, and that's these ones where the bar is complete, like that. Each one of them, that's me working into the residual image. And the ones where the pen drawing is the same as this, where I'm left with that residual image, and then I've used a different media and the light box and the origin line drawing to further accentuate the differences in the media and the tactile qualities of the image. It definitely lends itself to that. It's I don't know, something quite fatalist to it all, that it happened to land in my lap. It really works. It really amps up the qualities of the penetrate thing that I do. You know, I've spent, it wasn't my intention at the beginning of this year to spend so long on working on gel plates, and I should have known from previous encounters with gel plates that once you start going down avenues with this media, you sort of, it should come with a bloody government warning on it. It's addictive. Right, I'm going to switch the mic off and stop jabbing, and heat this up, and we'll go for pulling the plate. And I'm going to, just while I do that, I just want to get a few things out of the way so I don't not watering things all over the plate. That would be a disaster at the end of it, to bring it to an end like that. So, sorry, I know it's all a bit ad hoc, but it'll make sense in a bit while cleaning it up like that. Okay, right, I'm switching the mic off. think that was quite thorough, but let's hope I get this right, eh? It's all in there. Be a bummer if it doesn't work. Right, sorry, I'm going to have to do this with the light. I mean, I'm trying to do it so you can see the plate as it comes away from, the print as it comes away from the plate. Did this the other day. Anything, as my silence tell you, do not tempt fate. That's going really well. I'm over the moon with that. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. That's pretty much as good as I could. Okay, that could have gone better. You can see it's not taken there, but I prefer that to that one, but I don't really see its counterpiece as finished yet. That's done with. There's not a lot else I can do with that now. It's served its course. I probably will work it into a penetrate, but right now I'm a bit I haven't got the substrate and can't afford to actually get any to put any together. So yeah. It'll go into a list of things to do, but yeah, you can see the contrast. It's fantastic. I'm over the moon with that, and there's just enough to read. I was right to go a bit more expressive and go a bit more detailed with this eye. Yeah, that's obviously when they get reconfigured back into one image, when I figure out what I'm going to do, because what I will probably do on the reverse side of this is draw out the line drawing and then switch the light box on, and I probably won't even draw it out on the reverse side, but what I will probably do is do it in pencil and do like quite a detailed pencil drawing. I'm considering doing that, but I'm also aware that I'm a really messy worker, and like these tight little details I'm going to make a right mess of with graphite. I can do the detailed work, but I don't know whether I can do the detailed work and retain the organic details that I want to keep in that image. There's bits I really like. I mean, I really like aspects of both of them, but I don't want to leave it with a blank page here. So, you know, there has to be some purpose to it. And I mean, there is anyway, because when they get reconfigured into one image and I use them in Penetrate, what happens is, as I explained in previous videos, is the continuity of the image is the broken line. That's the only thing that's holding them. Like, you're just seeing repetitions of it, but alongside each other, but right across the entire plane of the image, the continuity is kept by the broken aspect of it. Anyway, that's an end of that. I hope that suffices for a live video. Like I say, I'm probably gonna just do this from now on and just post same amount, probably 2 or 3 a week if I can manage it. And I really appreciate the response so far. It's been brilliant. Great conversations to have with some new people that I've been speaking to about printing and what can be on, especially on YouTube. But thanks a lot for the subscribes and comments and conversations. It's been brilliant, and long may it continue. I shall see you next week. Give us a like and subscribe where it's appropriate if you haven't already. Thanks a lot. Ta-ra.